Hey guys, and welcome to our third episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy Tactics, the Stripper Class Challenge. At the end of the last episode, we finished Chapter 1, and we're now going to begin Chapter 2, which I assume the first couple of missions are going to be just as easy as the ones before. Also, this episode's codenamed BYRD. You'll see why in obvious reasons. We did pick up a couple of new people, but what I'm going to do first is I'm going to learn Brave Up, which means that when they get hit, they have a chance of raising their Brave. That'll be useful because the higher my Brave, the more often I get to use my abilities. I'm going to remove the items from and get rid of all of my extra people because I don't need them. And then we can make fun of their quotes about why they're leaving or why I shouldn't let them go. Let's see what happens when I remove this unit. Don't say that, please. I'll be more help. No. Oh, maybe I'll let them stay. I thought I finally found you. Can't I go with you? Wow. That's something I expect a girl to say to me right before I dump her. Hey, come on. Do you really mean it? Your name's Rad. You're not Rad. If your name is Rad, congratulations, you're not Rad. I don't need items, I need abilities. Let's see what we got here. They don't have quite enough to learn Brave Up yet. And I assume Maryland doesn't either. So we're going to go ahead and go to the next battle. As always, I'm going to start with all my people as far back as possible since I'm going to be running around. I assume this battle should be pretty easy because I'm going to have two pretty strong guests with me. I'm going to have Gafgerian and Agrias, and they're both pretty well endowed, if you know what I mean. Oh look, he's going to pay 500 gil a head. He wants 2,000 gil a head. It's unfortunate. 700 gil per head. Man, I wouldn't scalp those girls. I might do some other things. 700 gil was too cheap. Too cheap to throw away your lives. We're going to make a freebie, even though we're mercenaries now. So as we begin Chapter 2, I've got, let's see, 2 mages, 2 archers, and 2 thieves. Versus a dark knight, a holy knight, 3 dancers, and a bard. I wonder who's going to win. Yeah, look at that 42 damage. Take that back, look at that 63 damage. At least they're starting to catch up to my level. They're level 10. They'll have passed me soon. Which means I may have to level up my dancers because I can imagine it being a pain in the butt to beat people that are actually my level. So they actually did get a hit off there, but didn't... Ooh, they're actually getting a few hits off in a row. I think after this battle I'll be able to buy some new accessories and new gear. I should have came out of this battle naked. That would have been pretty funny. Naked dancers. Later in this game, maybe I'll take up that challenge. The Naked Dancer Challenge. I could heal myself, or I could make myself stronger. I think I'll heal myself. And I'm just going to wait here. I could hide, but there's no point. I have nothing to hide. Fire 2. 60 damage, wow. They're quite strong. Eight, 8, 8 all around the board. But it's going to add up really quickly. Especially with my 2 guests killing everybody for me. You know what I just looked at on the internet? The new iPad 3, it looks like, costs about $335, and they're selling them for like, well, this is the $700 model. The 320, 32 gigabyte of RAM version of the iPad 3. Yeah, it's probably not RAM either, actually. It's probably the hard drive. The article probably got it wrong. But it's costing 335 and they're selling it for like 720, 730. That's a 220% markup. But yeah, you know, Apple, man, they got you. They got your back. I mean, it's ridiculous that they can sell something to you for 200% of what it costs for them to make. I think they could make a decent amount of profit and not have to be that, not have to be doing that much work, that much markup. Look at Gafjarian here, 35 damage, and he's going to absorb the damage. So he's pretty much fully healed. Pretty close, 194 out of 209. And half their party's already down. She didn't even attack because she knows it's over. Archers on the high ground get a lot of extra range bonus in this game. It's fun to play an archer on levels where you're on the high ground and you can shoot so much further than you normally would. But it's really crappy to be an archer on a level where you get the low ground. And as you can see, like I said, this battle was extremely simple and it's already over. Bird. That's a bird. That's a bird. Birds. Oh, he's not dead. Oh wow, he did a lot of damage there. But now he's dead. If I look forward, I think that there might be some battles in this chapter that might actually be semi-difficult. But I don't think we're going to have to worry about that until I get to the bird. Mage Masher is a new dagger I get for one of my people. But we're going to check in town to see what we've got. Still no weapon for my bard. Looks like we don't have a Mage Masher in here quite yet. Easily have enough money for now. Oh, there's more things I need to look at. Accessories. Ooh, I've got battle boots, but I've also got spike boots. Those aren't very useful. And I've got leather mantles, which actually are quite useful. So I'm going to get 5 of those, and I'm going to equip those on all my people because those are going to give me some evasion, which is a lot more useful than giving myself movement when I'm not moving. I'm going to go ahead and save and go into the next battle in Aragway Woods. And this battle is why the name of this episode will be Bird. The Bird. Bird. The big bird. Let's see. Aragway Woods. It's a bird. It's a yellow big bird. The bird. Work bird. Gob gaboo. Gaboo bird. Wild chocobos are strong. Funny thing about that, if you remember, Ygraph's chocobo was Boko the Chocobo. 42 damage. See, my guests are just going to annihilate this chapter. Look what his name is. It's Boko the Kokobo. Just like Ygraph's Boko the Kokobo. Easter egg. This is Ygraph's Kokobo. And I'm just going to sit back and use Wazenibus. Gaboo, gaboo, gaboo. So I don't know, there's really not anything special to say about this battle right here. I mean, these goblins can't really attack me unless they get close to me, and I'm basically just going to kill them with dancing, just like I have for the every other match. So I don't expect this to be too terribly difficult. As you can see, this battle's not going to last very long. So you can see these goblins are already taking a lot of damage. That's 2 sets we've gone through of roughly 9 damage each time if you count that I have 1 8 and 2 10s. It's actually 9.5 average damage. So you can see he only has 24 health left. So these guys aren't going to last much longer. So this fight will be almost over. So I guess we can go through interesting facts. Did you know that in Japan, since they make green tea so often, that they actually have a support system that calls and alerts the family members if the person hasn't made tea, specifically older people haven't made tea in the last couple of days. And that way they can check on that family member to make sure that they're okay, because they drink tea nearly every day. The more you know. Did you know that giant squids have been known to eat baby whales? And that's that. Now I get Boko the Kokobo. Bark. He seems alright. He seems like the best Kokobo of all time. He's the greatest Kokobo there has ever been. Sweet. Still have something in the back of my throat. Next level is Zirkaya Falls. I have to actually fight Gapcharian. He backstabs me, so I'm going to make the fight a little bit easier on myself and remove all of his items so he can't use his good abilities on me. That'll be really helpful. And then I actually seriously am getting rid of these units. Bye-bye, Rad. You just dump people like that? What? Yeah, bye. Are you serious? You mean you don't need my help anymore? I have naked pole dancing assassins. Don't say that, please. I'll be more help. Bye-bye. That's all I have to say. And obviously I should save before we go on. And now we're going to go on to Zirkaya Falls. As we start this battle, we're going to see that I have quite a few guests for this battle. They're gonna kill the princess. That's unfortunate. Oh, and look, we caught up to him. They have a little bridge that's only one person wide across this waterfall. Like I said, he was going to betray us. Business is business. I gotta agree with the man there. Business is business. If you're getting paid to kill people, you should probably kill them. My own knights are going to try to kill me. How silly. Probably how Dice Dark, his brother, wrote it. Probably. There must not be any more helpless sacrifices. If that dead... And look, it deaded him. Easy. He can't do much of anything with no weapons. His sword abilities don't work unless he has weapons, and he doesn't have any weapons. And she jumped off on the waterfall, which means it's going to be very hard for the computer to get to attack her. This is going to be really easy. Oh, you broke his plate mail. Rico. We get the Mexican knight over here. The Mexican knight Rico. And Ivolus. However you want to say it. Samson. If I cut his hair, he'd be really weak. Ooh. Even princesses can die, huh? See, nobles use other nobles, but they really don't give a crap about the commoners. Who knew? 27 damage. That's not... Ooh, but that stop is helpful. I mean, really. There's not too much I gotta do other than just dance. Time to use Battle Song. Meanwhile, everyone else is going to use Wazinibus. I don't even need Nameless Song. If I felt scared, I could run across the water to get myself further away from anyone, but I don't even feel scared. She casts Haste Shell and Protect. Yeah, so she has re-raise, so even if she dies, she revives herself. So that's non-issue. We're set there. You know, just got to wait through a couple of rounds of this, and then this fight will be all over again. As you can see, we had to save Big Bird in the last episode. Bird. That's why this episode's called The Big Bird. Bird. It's also a Newgrounds video that's making fun of Bambi by making Bambi retarded so that he thinks everything's a bird. I can link it below. You'll see the link below. It doesn't matter if you heal. You're all going to be dead shortly. Let's see, any other fun facts that I know. The strongest muscle in the body. Do you know what it is? That's right, it's the masseter, the jaw muscle. Connects the mandible and the maxilla. Maxilla being the upper jaw and mandible being the lower, detachable jaw. Any other interesting facts? Let's do some space facts and space math, why don't we? If we think that it takes light roughly 480 plus 20, so 500 seconds, which is 5 minutes and 20 seconds, to get from the Earth, or to get from the surface of the Earth, to get from the surface of the Sun to the Earth, Then we think that light travels at a constant speed of 300 million meters per second. We do the math, 3, 5, 15, add the zeros, we get that it's 150 billion meters from the surface of the sun to the Earth. Fun facts. If you want to know the distance of the moon from the Earth, the moon and the Earth, because the moon travels in an ellipse, and I should say that in the last one, because the Earth travels in an ellipse, that's the average distance of the Earth and the Sun. We are not always at that distance. Sometimes we are much closer, sometimes we are much further away. That's the average distance because we don't travel in circles around the center of the solar system or the Sun. However, the moon and the Earth do the same thing. The moon is roughly 280,000 meters to 320,000 meters. If we average that out, the average distance from the Earth to the moon is 300 million meters. So it takes roughly 1 second for light to get from the moon to the Earth. The more you know. He's mad. And he teleported away. See, I tell you, if you're ever in trouble and you're getting your ass kicked by a bully, just teleport away. Dude, video games do it. All you gotta do is teleport. And that should spell the end. Nope, not quite. One more. Oh, one more. Oh my, he survived. Maybe this guy can finish him off. Nope. And that will be the end of this battle. As you can see, I'm breezing through much of Chapter 2, though I do see a couple of battles at the end of Chapter 2 that might be kind of difficult. There's also a really good training spot right before the boss battle, so I think I'm gonna take the time to train myself. He's saying he can take care of the princess, but he can't. The only thing he's gonna do is kill that princess. That's what I do. I just kill everyone. I already told you that if you want to be, I told you last episode, if you want to be a good bad guy, you just have to kill everyone. No hostages, no remorse, no mercy. Everyone dead. Gay moment here. He's glad he could see him again. Why don't you just give him a kiss, Ramza? Why don't you walk over there and kiss him? Mm. See you again, Ramza. Nothing against the LGBT community. I'm totally for it. I think everyone has the right to choose for themselves. Eh. Into the next battle we go, Zaland Fort City. This is a level that might be kind of difficult simply because we have to save another individual, which means that we have to kill the other team before they kill him. I always dislike things that are timed in video games because I like to take my time and make them enjoy pain slowly. This is one where Nameless Dance will be effective, though I think the first time I'm going to try to see if Was in a Bus works for me. Simply for time's sakes, I think it's going to be easier just to kill everyone than it is to slow them down so that I can get close enough to kill them. But if I have to restart, then that's what I'll do. We have to help him. We have to help him not because I want to help him, but because I gotta kill everybody else. I told you the best thing to do in video games is to kill everyone. Also, he has a gun. Whoa, that person's got geomancy. and they just petrified one of my members. Well, that means I'm going to do a lot less DPS. I think I can still win this battle, though. Let's see how much damage he has taken. None. Well, then I'm going to go straight for deeps. I'm also going to move as far away from those D-bags as possible. I don't want them stoning anyone else. Should I count stone as being killed? As a knockdown? Maybe it should be an embarrassing moment count. Stone isn't that embarrassing. They can't ever be crystallized or voxelized as to stone. So stone is actually a very good way to get someone on your team knocked out of the match without having to worry about it. Because I can still take my time and win this match. All he has to do is stay away from these wizards, and I don't think the wizards are going to have the time to make it to him before they get killed by my dancers. Even with potions, it's not going to matter. It would have helped, definitely, if he hadn't been petrified, though. Let's see. The battle after... I don't remember the battle after this. Ooh. If they keep petrifying my team, I'm going to be SOL. But I think next turn, Agrias might be in range of hitting them. This person has Don't Act cast on them because he shot them in the arm. See how much damage I can cause. 12 damage. That might be a new record for my dancers. Nope, 14. Already broken. He's not hurt enough for me to worry about healing him anybody just yet, so I'm going to keep boosting their attack because I still think I'm going to be able to finish this battle before they're able to do any damage to Mustadio. See, another thing where, like, you think it might be hard, but it's not in practice. Once you actually try, it's really easy. I can put myself a man down and I can still win, easily. Personally, I think he should have killed one of the wizards, but it's okay. Very, very simple still. I mean, they're boring battles where I don't have to really do much thinking at all, but they're still relatively simple and easy. Even losing an entire character, I'm fine. He's going to try and petrify me again. Didn't work either. Petrify's a low % chance on that. Geomancer's actually pretty fun to do a solo class guide or class challenge with. Now that Archer, on the other hand, did some damage. Look, there, I got 3 brave from that. If I don't get 4 brave, it's not permanent. If I get 4 brave, it becomes permanent. So that's probably not going to be permanent. This might be the end of the match. If it isn't, I might start healing myself just because she is down to 45 health. My dancer over there. I wonder which dancer that was. Now we're going to check on him to make sure he's alright, and then we're going to go ahead and go into the next battle. My strippers are worth 9,000 gil, a mithril sword, and a high potion. Yeah. And now we're going to start the next battle at Barrios Hill. This is another battle that, in theory, might be kind of difficult, but we're going to go ahead and just try it out before we say anything. I say it might be kind of difficult because if I remember correctly, I have to fight a summoner during this battle, and they can deal out a lot of damage very quickly. They're also very squishy and die very quickly. Looks like... oh, wait, nope, they're on the sides. There's 2 of them. Or is there only 1? We'll see. Looks like there's 2. Yep, 1 on each side. And the archers also have the high ground, which isn't good. Means they're going to be able to fire a lot further down at me. They have 100 health, which is roughly 3 go-arounds. I think I can get that before they even get anywhere close to me. If I really thought this chapter was going to be difficult, I could use Nameless Dance to power up all of my allies. Let them get as much experience as possible. I don't think this chapter's going to be that difficult, though. How much damage did we get taken? I think I am going to use Life Song, though, for this one. And then Wazinabus times 3. That way I'm healing myself and doing damage, because they are, well, that archer already hit me once for 40 damage. Well, 38 damage. 60, 36. Man, my math skills not doing so well. You can see summoners have a gigantic range just because when they do make summon, the summon also has an area of effect, a large area of effect. But once I get into motion, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. What I should have done maybe is to check to see if that knight could attack Ramza before his next move. But I think we'll be okay regardless. This is one of those battles that seems like it might be hard, but it's probably not going to be at all. Titan's actually a pretty good summon, too. It's past Einfrit and Shiva in this game. 74 damage, you can see. That's quite a bit. But he's going to be getting healed pretty quickly. As we can see, most of the battles that I've been in so far, the enemy starts all the way across the map from me, which gives me quite a few chances to get damage done before they even get close to me. What we are going to see later in this chapter is battles where the enemy is right next to me almost immediately, and that's going to make it very hard for me to do damage to them. Stop is really good on that knight because that knight might actually cause some damage to Agrias. This knight will still be able to hit her. She might be able to defend it with her shield. It's a 78% chance. 50 damage is a lot, but she's going to be getting healed for 17 damage here in a second. I'm going to move this way because I know that this summoner is going to die shortly. Even with healing, that summoner's not going to last much longer. Nor this archer. The more healing they do, the more experience I get, so I'm not complaining one way or the other. And all I have to do with Life Song here is I make sure that my allies are staying alive to tank more damage from the enemy. That's essentially all their job as guests for me. To tank as much damage as possible and don't let the enemy get to my wizards. Wizards. My Wazina buses. My dancers. The AI is taking a long time to make a move. It knows that there's no good moves. That's what it knew, that there's no good moves. It knew that it's going to die. I haven't even got to mark anyone down for dying yet. The only person who died was against Ygraph, and it was only kind of out of BS reason. Another reason that I chose in this game when I hired soldiers, I chose to make them high brave and low faith is that faith controls the amount of magic damage you're going to do or receive. So if I have a low faith, then I'll take less magic damage. And since faith doesn't play any part in the dancer's actual damage output, since they're physical attack based and it's not a magic attack anyways, then I figured the faith should be as low as possible. That way, when I do have places where I have to fight mages, their chances of killing me or their chances of hurting me will be as low as possible. 84 damage crit. That's kind of big. Actually, I doubt this knight makes it to the next turn, but just in case, I will protect my dancer. And he's dead. And that's it. Another battle goes in the bag. Let's see how much gil my strippers got this time. 7,400 and 1,000, and a holy water which is worth 1,500. So my strippers made quite a bit of money. Or you could pour the holy water on them. Alright, I just purchased some items at Lionel Castle, and I noticed, since I know that the upcoming boss fight, and we're going to go ahead and start the next fight on Zagola Swamp, I noticed, since on the last boss fight, I know that this boss is going to use a lot of status ailments to stop me, to slow me down, to kill me. The items that block his status ailments are quite expensive, and I'm going to probably have to grind some battles out to make enough money to get it to afford them on all of my dancers. That's quite depressing. I've actually just bought new equipments for my dancers. I gave them power wrists, which increases their physical attack by 1, which will increase their dancing damage. And I got them new daggers just in case someone gets close enough for me to poke. We haven't seen any pokey pokey yet because dancing's been sufficient up to this point. See him do 30 damage to that ghost. He's got some damn good range. I'm going to start off with Battle Song, and then his next turn I'm going to switch to Life Song once people start taking damage. If people ever do start taking damage. I'm going to use Wazinabus, and I'm going to move over to this corner because it looks like the enemies over here are further away. And I'm just going to use Wazinabus. He is going to get close enough to attack someone. Ooh, and he caused sleep. Now, I'm going to have to look at how much damage I caused by poking people to death with knives, but I actually think it's going to be more beneficial for me to use dancing because I hit 5 targets, or 6 targets, how many ever I'm fighting, and 6 times 12 is going to be a lot more than what I'm probably going to be able to do, 30 damage with a knife. For a single target DPS, yeah, stabbing them would be the most, but until anyone else is dead, it's more beneficial for me to keep dancing. That's directly from a point of efficiency, the point of view of efficiency. As we can see, even though one of my people is asleep, it doesn't seem like I'm going to have any hardship with this battle. This battle is already over before it began. They put one person to sleep, but they didn't cause any actual damage. The thing with the undead in this game is that on that third turn, when they could voxelize or crystallize, the undead have a chance of re-raising, or raising from the dead. He can actually do 8 damage with his fists now. I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the next battle, because I don't think that that's going to be very difficult either. Jumping right into the next battle on Gaug Machine City. This is a level where I'm going to have to fight some archers and another summoner, but I don't think it's going to be, again, I don't think it's going to be very hard at all. I'm going to do the same strategy I've been doing, Wazinabus, and run to the corners of the map. That should be sufficient to kill everyone in the match. We'll see about that. He's late. Too late. That means he must have been captured. Da-da-da. Are you his friend? Yeah, I'm his friend. Oh, I see you brought help. The archers. And thieves. Sorry, Rams, I got caught. That's far enough. Don't move any closer. He's Rudvich. Where'd he hide it? We have to give him the Holy Stone. Oh, look, there's his dad. Dad, are you okay? No. Ooh, man, that thief's pretty mean. Threw him into some random person's house. I think I could take them all by myself. If I was a dancer. But I'm not a dancer. I'm a bard. I'm a BYRD. Bird. Bird. The big bird. The Zodiac Stone. We got it. He'll be pleased. Uh-oh. Oh, the Cardinal's in on it. So I've got 2 archers, 2 thieves, and 2 summoners. None of these are high HP units. I don't think they're going to be that hard to defeat at all. I'm pretty sure Mustadio's naked. But he can still punch people and make them not move. And that's, I mean, he doesn't even have to make them not act as long as they can't get any closer to me. They can't cause any damage to me. Ooh, a Mage Masher. I could use Life Song, but not really much of a point. Unless that archer can hit me from there, which he can't. She can't. They can hit Mustadio, though. What about this summoner? He's not going to do anything. So a few rounds of Wizenabus, and everyone's going to be dead. This goes to show you, if you have a team of 4 Miley Cyruses, or 4 Whores, you can destroy anything you want to. The powers of genital herpes, and any other number of sexually transmitted diseases. Diseases. I assume that's what that is crabs flying out in all directions and the crabs attacking the enemies until they die. Either crabs, genital herpes, AIDS, gonorrhea, syphilis, chlamydia, gonorrhea. Gonosyphilis herpila AIDS. If you attack enemies with that, it kills them quite quickly. AIDS by itself may take 20 or 30 years to kill someone, but altogether, you die in a couple of minutes. Also, your balls itch. Actually, let's not be sexist here. Your gonad regions will be itchy. Quite, male or female, that region, genitalia, itchy, itchy, itchy. After this, I will actually get into some fights where Wizenabus by itself may not be sufficient. I may have to nameless dance people to death while running away. We're going to see how well the rest of these fights go. The next fight won't be that difficult, but the boss fight, the fight before, and there is a execution site fight, which is notorious for being pretty difficult. We'll see how well I fare. I think I'll be able to get through without too many rough patches. I don't foresee anything being too terribly difficult until the boss fight. And maybe that will be the first challenge of this solo clash challenge. If not, then we will see that first challenge in Chapter 3, most likely. Perhaps Dancers is a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I still think Dancers in the end, you know, when I'm greater than level 13, when I'm level 50, they're going to be a lot harder to use, simply because how their spell mechanic works in this game. But for now, they seem to be doing just ridiculous amounts of damage, and nothing has been able to do anything to stop me. And that's that. This fight's done. I will start up. Alright, it's time for another episode of our Final Fantasy Tactic Let's Play Stripper Class Edition. Except for I'm going to do this next battle with one extra stipulation. All my strippers are going to be naked. Alright. I know you guys have all been wanting me to do this challenge. The Naked Stripper Challenge. Alright, let's do this. Naked strippers are the best strippers. Maybe. Hilarious Valley. Naked stripper land. Oh look, it's another naked stripper. Ah, she's not naked. Two mages, two archers, two knights. Seems easy. Should be simple. Even in the nude, I got this. Geronimo, really? Totally got this. Why am I here? I don't know. Because I've got naked bitches all around me. My naked bitches are going to dance people to death. Double stop. Wow. I wonder how many times she'd have to do that again to get it to proc. $36 damage is nothing. This is so easy. Naked women will destroy your party. What you gonna say about that? What do you got to say about that? Ouch. Flying naked strippers. Well, only one of them's flying and naked. I obviously do a lot less damage in the nude. I don't know why. I would think that dancing would do more damage in the nude. You know, from all those nosebleeds cost the Japanese anime fanboys. Guess not, though. The only thing it does is make me extremely weak and ready to be killed. 37 health, that means one shot's pretty much going to kill me. Doesn't matter. I still got this. Even in the nude. I don't have any armor. I got this. Uh-oh. They're going to attack Arias. But she guarded. Not quite in range yet, are you? Not going to be able to kill me in one hit. 35? Nope. We're fine from 35 damage. But I can't get up this. She doesn't have the jump required to get up the cliff here. What about this one? She can get up. Get further away. Rawberry's gonna live. And Grice is holding down the fort over here. Look at that, a giant sword came out of the ground and stabbed that dude. That reminds me of that Insanity Wolf. Knife? You mean a dildo? Except for more like sword? You mean in your rectum? Doesn't look like they're going to have enough damage to kill that wizard before he takes down, or at least hits my dancer. Hopefully she can pop back and then up. Fire 3 and it only did 30 damage. That's pretty pathetic. That archer's actually doing some decent damage. Other archers on her knees. Will they get to kill one of my naked dancers or won't they? I wonder. Can you kill Marilyn or can you? A naked Marilyn Monroe, come on! Nope. Oh wait, she's only on her knees in the water, drowning. "12 damage ain't gonna get it done. Most unfortunate. Looks like you die." All that's left is that little archer up there. So it looks like the naked strippers can even beat everyone. My strippers are so good they can beat people in the nude. And that was another woman trying to take her down, but they're just that good at seducing people. That concludes the easy part of Chapter 2. I think the next 3 battles, which are the last 3 battles of the chapter, might pose a challenge. Might. But they might not too.